my stream go down? What the fuck was that? It says offline. I can't tell if it's down or not. Stream go down? What the fuck was that? Oh, okay, no, it's lock. It says offline. I can't tell if it's down or not. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna set the timer. Because we're gonna go for about 2 hours. I don't want to go for longer than 2 hours. So we're gonna go for about 2 hours. Because I actually, as late as it is, have other things I need to do tonight. So there we go. Let's set 2-hour timer on the stream. And go at everyone. Oop, pardon me. Late night with a K. KOTOR. Good enough for me. Alright. So I've got tonight's beverage is Monster Energy. Because it's a bit of an acquired taste. And I acquired it. And I kind of like it. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Here's a fun one. Hold on, swap over to PC. This has been Darth Scion the whole time we've played the game, but now that Darth Nihilus has shown up, it's changed to Darth Nihilus. Or I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think it's been Darth Scion the whole time, and it changed to Darth Nihilus. So that's pretty cool. Alright, main save, let's go, baby. One thing I want to check is, last time we did this, I should have edited Bowder's loyalty to max, but his alignment isn't changing. So, while we're here, actually, let's go ahead and look at NPCs. Let's pop open Bowder. No, influence is at 100. Yeah, okay, so I guess his alignment just hasn't swatched it. Hey, maid, what's going on? We're only going for like 2 hours because you're rather late. Yeah, well, I got held up, so. But we're going for 2 hours because I wanted, like I said, I'm going to stream at least... I'm going to stream at least 1 day a week. So this is the day that we're doing it. This is the day I set aside. But we're going for 2 hours because I only have... I actually, believe it or not, have other shit I need to do tonight. And I don't have all the time. So what were you reading? What's going on? My fucking cord is bugging me. It's like hitting my arm in a weird way, and I don't like that. Hey, knock that off. If I remember, the reason Bowder doesn't have any fucking weapons is because, I realized he was... Oh, you were doing Fate Stay Night? It's because I realized he was, like, almost like an unarmed melee build, and so we're just gonna let that happen. Oh my god, that's right, I gave Kreia a Gamorrean axe! Holy shit! This is the stupidest!
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Unlimited Blade Works route. Oh. The bad one. I need
Ask,
answers.
and I will answer.
Never mind. Actually, I don't know if it's the bad one in the game.
Something.
Because I haven't played the game. I don't like how the anime handled it. I need you to stop calling me General.
Sorry. Guess I can't get my head out of the past.
I was wondering what you've been doing since the war ended.
I moved around for a couple years. Working as a starship mechanic got me from place to place. I wasn't ready to settle
Heaven's
down
Feel.
after the war.
The Heaven's Feel movies were pretty decent. I mean, it was no, like... It was no Fate route, for sure. But, like, as far as the movies went, they were pretty okay. Ending was really rushed, though. You mentioned before there's, like, a lot of cutout sex scenes, though, because the movie only had, like, 2 or 3 sex scenes, and you mentioned there was, like, a bunch of them, so... Why'd you move around so much?
As long as I kept moving, I didn't have to think about what happened. Know what I mean?
Only too well.
I'm sure you do. I decided I'd do something instructive. I wanted to make up for the things
Sakura is a psychotic
I wanted to
nymphomaniac.
design planetary shields, but there weren't many systems with the credits to spare. There was more that needed to be rebuilt and protected. I found out that Telos was going to be the flagship project for the Republic, and it sounded like something good. I saw Telos before the Sith raised it.
Yeah, I really can only judge based on the anime. That's why I sort of walked back the Blade Works route being the worst one.
I forced Zerka out on my own, but I guess I can't fix everything myself.
Yeah, it's good having you around again.
It's good to be working with you again, General.
Every time she drinks
Something else
Sakura's
I can
blood
help
in the
you with?
movie, she fucks him in the visual novel. I think there's only one scene like that in the anime, though, and they definitely fucked, so... Where did you pick up that remote anyways?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
What's it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs.
Oh, pardon me.
I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can...
I love how you're clearly supposed to have that dialogue when you have the ship, but I have the dialogue, and the only ship he could have been fixing has exploded behind us. How'd you lose your arm?
I got tired of it. Kept dropping my hydro spanner. Figured I'd get a new one.
At one point, Shira describes her insides as wriggling, which is really fucking gross when you remember the worms. Okay, but is that just, like, really bad word choice, or is her fucking vagina just coated in worms? Yeah, I bet that was fun.
I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky.
How's my audio, by the way? I'm trying to,
Well, at
like,
least it
position the
gave me
mic in a
something to do,
decent
right?
position that's not
Everyone always
interfering
said
with
I
my
was
mouse.
Probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with?
What's your opinion on the Talos situation?
If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with?
Like an educated prostitute. Oh my god. Oh my god. That has horrifying implications because of the rapes. That actually gets worse the longer you think about it. Hey! Cray Cray leveled up. This is how a Jedi fights. This is the Jedi way of fighting. Am I a higher level than everyone else? Oh, I was. Okay. Let's see. Kreia. Treat injury, awareness, stealth, and repair. Because Kreia is secretly a master mechanic with her one hand. Powers. Night speed 2 is not bad. She can't get deflection till level 12. Improved drain force is pretty good. That'd be pretty on tote for her. Force whirlwind's not bad. Let's go improved rainforest then. Asagami Fujino. Is that the psychic girl? Because that whole plotline is handled really poorly in the anime, and I assume it's probably very similar to the light novel. Because she, like, in the anime at least, she didn't give a shit that she was raped. Not that... I want to be... This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever had to say. It is not okay to rape people, even if they don't care if you do that. But... and actually, erase the but. The reason I feel like saying that is because, like, at least as far as the anime goes, like, her being raped was, like, not the big deal to her. Like, she didn't give a shit about that. And I think that's a really weird way to take the story. That I don't want to call it uncomfortable, but I want to say it's, like, really awkwardly handled. You know what I'm saying? It feels almost like a sloppy handling of the situation. And the reason I feel like I need to justify the don't rape people part is because, like, I want to clarify that, like, rape is bad in general, despite the fact that the character herself didn't mind it. Yeah. I think I had a third point to make about that, but honestly, I think I just said everything required, which is that it's a really weirdly awkward plotline. She doesn't give a shit because she doesn't feel anything, and I think, like, so okay, so here the thing is like, I'm not someone who's against utilizing, like, rape or anything in a story, but it does feel like a very sensitive topic to delve into to sort of just push the point that a character has a sort of, like, lack of, like, feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a really awkward and, like, sensitive topic to handle for that purpose. And if you can use another tool, it's probably usually better too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's like a bad... Like, I'm not saying you can't do that. But I'm saying is, like, I feel like they could have gotten the point across in a different way.
Like this, we should keep our eyes open.
That wouldn't have, like, been such a touchy subject, you know? This is part of the reason I have issues with Garden of Sinners, other than everything that I have issues with in Garden of Sinners. That and a lot of Type Moon shit is really up its own ass. Hey, I leveled up! Ooh, I'm not even using blasters anymore. I feel like I should stop putting points in a blaster. I'd try to argue, as a fucking Garden of Sinners fangirl, but, I feel like I'd be on the losing side of this regardless by saying the rape scene is finally in the story. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad to have it in the story. I'm just saying it feels unnecessary. That's the point I'm making. Like, I'm not against it in principle. I'm against it in practice. This feat gives character +6 bonus to all deflection rolls. Hell yes. That is a fucking sexy power. Now I will never get shot by bullets. Using force powers requires force points. Your dark side point... I know that. Hey! I've been granted Shi-Cho lightsaber form. I don't own a lightsaber. Okay, let's see, what do we got? I have Force Lightning. Let's see, I can do Mind Trick, Force Scream, Throw Lightsaber. I don't own a lightsaber. Force Suppression. Force Suppression would be, like, really on brand. Plague is pretty good. I'm gonna go Destroy Droid, actually. Yeah, I'm going for the Destroy Droid route. Oh, okay, so I am a level above everyone else. That actually makes sense. Clack.
Mercenaries, right where we need to go. That sentry droid probably spotted us already. They were probably looking for me when they saw your shuttle go down.
I will also say that I think the Type Moon story I have the most problems with is, like, Fate Zero, which was not written by, like, the usual dude. So... Witch on the Holy Knight. This novel is rejected by publishers. He then went on to pull concepts from Witch and the Holy Knight for Garden of Sinners and Zucchini without explaining them at all, like expecting you to already know them. And these concepts wouldn't be explained until Fate and wouldn't be explaining until Fate and wouldn't be fully explained until Witch and the Night finally came out. He mentioned it was reality marbles and never explains what the hell that you get the same experience when you watch the Fate anime. They don't explain what the fuck a reality marble is either, and you just gotta figure it out. Like, if you're an anime only, it's the same situation, so... Swoop bike. I think they actually do eventually explain it. Force Pike. This does 2d6, crits on a 20, 25 stun chance for DC 10. Functions as a long staff with a sacrabalic, but it's not related to Force Master by Jedi. It's a powerful weapon in its own right. That's not very good. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh, actually, it's exactly as good as the current thing I'm using? It's exactly as good as the thing I'm using, except for the thing I'm using doesn't have a stun chance. It's the pacing. Yeah, I imagine making movies probably helped with that. Okay, no, you say that. There is a Fate anime called the Emiya Family Household, or some shit like that, which is almost exclusively about what Shiro is cooking in the kitchen. And it is one of the best pieces of Fate media.
Another sentry droid. The mercenaries must be using them to locate us. There's probably another patrol nearby.
So, you should care more. You should care more about what they're cooking. You can apparently use stun droid on mines, which makes sense, but I don't know if that was in the original game. Hey, it's these little assholes! I was just thinking the same thing. We thought our situation being stuck here on the planet's surface would keep us from collecting on the price Godo has placed on your head. But now you've so thoughtfully delivered yourself to us. We'd be remiss to allow this opportunity to pass us by a second time.
Wait, bounty? Why is there a bounty on your head?
I'll explain later. Don't you know the exchange is paying handsomely for the head of a Jedi Knight? Your friend here just happens to be one. But that's of little importance. All that matters is we take them back to Nar Shaddaa.
So. You'll have to come through me if you want to take the general.
That was the plan anyways. Another problem is Ilia was supposed to have a route, but like Yumizuka and Tsukihime was cut due to time constraints, and it was awkwardly stuffed into Heaven's Feel. Yeah, she really, at least in the movies, just comes the fuck out of nowhere at the end there. I forget which. I think it was. Is it Carnival Phantasm where Ilia jokes that she's more popular than Sakura, even though she doesn't have a route? Who walks into a mine? But that's okay, because Ilia has her own Magical Girl series called Prisma Ilia, which has so much lowly fan service to such an extreme degree, where even I'm like, ugh, this is a little much. This is a little too much. Shit, like, the makeout scenes are so graphic in this show. The creator of that series went on a massive rant about how upset he was that Ilia didn't get an age scene. Like, I don't care that she's actually 20-year-old. That shit. I mean, I don't care if she had an age scene, but like, let me just say, that rant shows when you watch Prisma Ilia. No, I feel nothing but emptiness.
I see. Even that may be a good sign. Perhaps what you feel is the emptiness of the planet, its pain. We should press on.
Look, there's a large mercenary patrol in the valley up ahead. If we move carefully along the perimeter, we may be able to get by without their spotting us. We could cross along the shore, or head along the cliffs to the south.
No need to hide. Let's just take them all out.
Bold. All right, let's do it.
Yes! Onward to murder! I will also say that disregarding the fan service, regardless of what your stance on it is, Prisma Ilia is just kind of boring and stupid. Like, as a show. So you're not even, like, really missing much, I'll say that. I like, a third season came out and I never watched it. I don't even think I have it on my watch later list because I don't care.
Take them down.
Oh my god, Bowder is like fucking dying. You mentioned your hate of... Oh, you know what? I'll just wait till it gets on the convenient monitor. You mentioned your hate of Fate Zero, which, like Garden of Sinners, I like. Anyway, interesting fact, in between the original beta where Shiro and Rin were kind of just one character and Artoria was Arthur, in the final release, Type Moon asked Urabuchi if he'd write Fate Stay Night, and he said no. My issue with Fate Zero is largely related to, like, none of the characters are likable. And it's really, really up its own ass with, like, pseudo-philosophical bullshit. Which is actually on brand, because Garden of Sinners does the same fucking thing in, like, episode, like, 8.5 or whatever. Or 9, whatever it is. But... Oh, also episode 1 is really, really fucking boring. Like, really fucking boring.
The mercenaries have at least 2 hidden caches like this. We should keep our eyes open.
A lot of people like the Garden of Sinners OVA. Oh, are you talking about... Wait, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one where the main character is talking to, like, the mirror version of, oh god, whatever the main girl's name is. Because there's one where she's, like, in a kimono, and then they have, like, a huge philosophical debate the entire time, and it's, like, real elementary shit that they're trying to make seem cool. Or are you talking about, like, all of the Garden of Sinner, like, movies? Because those are actually really well loved. I fucking got hate on my YouTube channel for hating on them. Flex heavy battle armor. Defense 10, max dex bonus 3. Excuse me. That's a really, really good piece of armor. I don't think he has any dex, though. It's even worse, like, you get this whole the philosophical one. Okay, you get this whole paragraph where Shiki monologues, instead of reaching out for a knife, it reached out a hand, and then after 2 blank pages, you get this fucking epilogue. This is a bunch of bullshit that adds nothing. No one likes that. Oh, okay. I will say that one interesting concept was posited in it, which is the idea of there being a sort of, like, mind for the body and a mind for, like, a sort of, like, almost like a personality for the body and the mind separately. And that was a kind of interesting idea. But then most of the rest of it was just bullshit. No! You... What? Who? They just ran directly through a minefield. It doesn't help the epilogue was not in the original 1998 release of the last book. It was added in the 2007 reprint, and it fucking shows. Yeah, it also, like, comes out of nowhere narratively, if I remember correctly. It's just like, let's take a lock, and then she just goes on a fucking rant. The human is here. My turrets did not work. She sounds so sad. Ah, but my droids will not fail me. Destroy her, my warbots. She sounds so sad.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, it comes out of nowhere in the book, too, because, like you said, you have a very conclusive monologue paragraph about how she's happy now and made peace with herself, and then after 2 or 3 blank pages, you get this epilogue. Good to know they kept the integrity of the original work, at least.
There's the landing pad. There should be a computer terminal I can access from there. Looks like we're gonna have to fight our way there, though. The chopper.
What do we have here? The jet.
Look at this suave motherfucker.
It's the trouble of looking for you. Corin Falk did say you were dangerous. Maybe he does know what he's talking about.
As someone who has both watched and read Gardner Center, it's very accurate. He was right.
We'll see. You may have caught a few of my boys off guard, but let's see how you fight.
Could you imagine being a mercenary in a setting where the Jedi Civil War had just happened and devastated most of the galaxy, and then someone puts out a bounty on the last Jedi, and you think that you're the one that's going to do something? You think, yeah, I can collect this bounty. The only movie that suffers the first one because the movie has so little dialogue, whereas the book, that part is mostly Shiki monologuing. Hey, we got a disruptor rifle. Enemy sighted. Where? Oh, that guy. Oh no, Bowder died. Oh man. Oh, Cray is dying. I'll just say I can't wait for Demon Slayer to be over because I want that fucking Witch on the Holy Night movie Ufotable. Ufotable's the one that does Demon Slayer? I thought it was Mappa. Oh, Cray is dead. Oh man, this is really dangerous for me. Oh, wow, that did 5 points of damage. I thought it was Mappa. I was pretty sure it was Mappa. But you might be correct. I'm not going to say I'm a Demon Slayer anime expert. Oh, it is Ufotable? Okay. Oh shit, I just heard an alarm go off that told me that something happened. But the alert didn't come up. Oh, there we go. Hey, thanks for the following, Prince Nate. Oh. Was harder to read that than it should have been for me. Hey, how are you doing tonight? We're apparently talking about Garden of Sinners while I shoot people. And also my party went down. I'm doing pretty okay. I'm doing pretty alright. Having a good time is what I'm doing right now. Been on the upswing. I need to heal my party because they went unconscious. Oh, I didn't realize heal healed everyone. I thought heal only healed one person. I didn't realize it was multi-target. Is it multi-target, or do I have something that's causing that? I thought it was... Oh, no, it heals all party members within 15 meters. Oh, okay. I was unaware. Okay, fair enough. They've been going down a lot more often. KOTOR 2, I beat the first one. I've played both of them a bunch. In fact, I often cite KOTOR 1 as my favorite game, but I will say that KOTOR 2, pretty solid. Have you ever played KOTOR 2 before? We got an Arcanian Blaster, which was a group of 4-fingered people that lived on an ice planet in Legends, which isn't canon anymore. You have? Nice, nice. Yeah, we're going a little role-play-y on this playthrough, so... Which is why we're using a gun. Because we're like... Because my character is absolutely refusing to be a Jedi. At the moment. I'm surprised your favorite game isn't Metal Gear Solid, frankly. Your eyes glow when you talk about Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid's absolutely great, too. Isn't it number 2 on the list? I forget what the list is. I think it's currently number 2. Metal Gear Solid is probably the game I have played the most number of times. Not for the longest period of time, because the game is actually pretty short. Like, I don't think it's the game I have the most playtime in, but it is probably the game I've beaten the most. Jay Shay Neophyte Robe. Jal Shay Neophyte. I don't know what a Jal Shay is. Cannot equip to Bowder. Does not restrict the use of force powers. Defense bonus 3. Max dex bonus 4. Persuade 1. Charisma 1. Jal Shay Neophytes have begun their lifelong quest to understand the nature of the force. Their light armor carries a aura of dignity and competence. The Jal Shay concentrate on the intellectual study of the force. Excuse me. Seeking to understand it in a mental level rather than a spiritual one. Jal Shay are typically exceptional diplomats, but are less successful in physical pursuits. So I guess it's some, like, force cult. Let's put it on. Let's see what we look like. That's not bad. That's not bad armor. Although it definitely lowers my AC. So, back to the Muktai robes. I'm not sure what games I've beaten the most, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Resident Evil 1. I remember when I realized I could get Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation Network, I beat it like 3 times in 3 days. Which beating any game 3 times is sort of a big deal for me, and it was hardly the first time I'd ever beaten it, so.
Hopefully I'll be able to access the shield network from this console. Good, it's functional, and my passcodes still work. Now let's find your ship.
The TSF said the Ebon Hawk wasn't at sanctioned landing site. What makes you think you can find it?
The TSF probably thinks the ship was put down in the wastes, but they don't know the planet as well as I do. Telos' atmosphere has been turned into acidic vapor. Landing a ship in the wastes would be like...
According to the current list we're at, we have Metal Gear Solid at 2.
Site somewhere on the planet. Still shielded, but not
so 10 is God of War 3, 9 is No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle, 8 is Alpha Protocol, 7 Catherine Classic, 6 Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, 5 Mass Effect 3, 4 Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, 3 Persona 5, 2 Metal Gear Solid, and then 1 is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. That sounds reasonable. That sounds like me. Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil in general is super replayable. Yeah. What is it?
It looks like power is being drawn to generate a shield over a small area in the polar region.
Okay, alright. You're kind of alone. You're in a very lonely club of people who prefer MGS2 over Snake Eater.
I feel this is the best bet of finding the Ebon Hawk.
How are we going to get to the polar region?
That's a little tougher. According to the computer, a shuttle is currently docked inside the research facility. At least there was at last report, though that was months ago.
So we don't know the shuttle will still be there or working?
I don't.
As long as we can agree that Phantom Pain is the worst one.
If I have to build a new ship myself.
What are we waiting for then?
There's one other small problem. Recently, Zerka teams that were sent into the military...
God, I fucking hate Phantom Pain.
Coming out.
At some point, we might do a Phantom Pain playthrough. Let's go. Like, I obligated... If Favorite Search Season 2 ever happens, and it's getting increasingly unlikely, but if it ever happens, Phantom Pain is something we'll have to do. Because the idea is we go back and we finish any franchise that we didn't already finish. So, I mean, part of Season 2 is definitely going to involve a bunch of Persona games, for sure. My experience with MGS2 can be best summed up with the quote from Angel Cop. Now stay still as I rape your mind. Click, clack, click, click. Click, clack, 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 clack. Click, clack, click, click. So yeah, there's like... I mean, Fable, Persona, and like Metal Gear are definitely the big ones. There's like a lot of Persona games we haven't played. Most of them are dancing games. I've been poisoned.
This arm of mine isn't just for show, General. Stand back.
I like 4. I know a lot of people... 4 gets... people are mixed on 4, but I like 4.
The shields there were even weaker than these. After you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bowdur has his, like, barrier breaker fist. Bowdur has an ability to break through various shields with his repulsor fist. Made. You do that all the time. The first stream you popped in on was my Persona 5 finale. I leveled again. I don't know why I'm leveling so hard, but I'm not gonna look a gift level in the mouth. Master Force Jump. That would be so useful if I, at any point, ever used melee weapons. Oh, I have to spend an attribute point. Okay. Constitution. Give me more hit points. Hell yeah! I learned the Makashi lightsaber form. I thought you had to learn the lightsaber forms from the Jedi Masters. I don't know why I'm getting the lightsaber forms now. I swore you had to learn them from the Jedi. Yes! Y'all, we're about to become unkillable. We're gonna get Force Redirection, which lets me reflect blasters. This is going to let me reflect ranged attacks without a lightsaber, and gives a +3 to deflection rolls. Y'all, it's over. We're never going to get shot by another bullet ever again. What's more is I think it redirects the attacks back, so now the more guns enemies use, the more fucked they are. Does it feel old and weird yet? I always feel old. Actually, I've been feeling a lot younger lately. I've been on a come up. I had a birthday and I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty young right now. I'm gonna reactivate the local turrets. 'Cause I want to kill them. I'm thirsty for droid blood. Alright, fine. Punch the fucking wall, dude.
What's going on?
Punch the wall. Punch it. I was like 15 when I started watching you. Now I'm 23. I'm not sure I would say weird, but I am grateful, I'll say that.
Let us
end this. Oh, everyone leveled. We got an administrative ID card. No, it's nice. It's nice that people hang around so long. I really am appreciative. Especially because I have gradually, as time gone on, gotten less and less interested in streaming. So it's sort of a miracle that anyone sticks around at this point. Let's see. 4-4. Zaishin Shea initiates are known for their survival skills and resourcefulness. This flexible armor is very durable and can be upgraded with some underlays. The outer rim planet of Yenibar was home of the Zaishin Shah, who developed their force powers as a means of surviving harsh planets. Zaishin Shah stress independence and survival, as well as assistance to those in need. Let's check it out. It's like the same one, except for purple and blue. I love that they, like, live in, like, some sort of jungle world, and yet their outfit is... yet their outfit is blue, which has a lot of implications for their homeworld. The nicer I get, the less interested you. Keep in mind that, like, I was, like, fucking doing Let's Plays for, like, fucking 10 years before I started streaming. I don't know if that's accurate, but it has been a fucking while. So, I have been making gaming content for a very long time. And a lot of it is like, I just don't give a shit anymore. I just want it, it's like such a pain in the ass to have to, like, set everything up and then, like, start streaming. Especially if you're, like... Because I'm locked into the favorite search series at this point. I really do want to get it through. So I'm definitely on board for streaming at least until favorite search stops. And, like, the thing about that is like, if you get locked into a game you do not give a shit about. Like, with, Kingdom Hearts, holy shit, was Kingdom Hearts a nightmare. When's the fabled Eroge stream? That's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, because that's Sunrider, right? Let's see, when is Sunrider? Sunrider is... on the queue. Where are we? I know we have KOTOR. And, yeah, so there's KOTOR 2. Devil Summoner Raidu Kuzunoha versus the Soulless Army, Assassin's Creed 2, Fire Emblem Three Houses, The Darkness, Saints Row, Infinite on Discovery, The Darkness 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Saints Row 2, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. I think for Oblivion we are going to play the original and not the remaster, although I have heard good things about the remaster and I wouldn't mind playing that at one point. Assassin's Creed Revelations, Saints Row the Third, Minecraft, Assassin's Creed 3, Saints Row 4, Pokemon Sun, and then Sunrider Mask of Arcadius. So approximately 7 years away, based on my current streaming rate. I mean, you're locked in by your own mission. You can stop streaming a game or stop doing your favorite search stream whenever you want. I feel obligated to do favorite search. It's also worth noting that I had basically stopped making any sort of content up until I started favorite search. When I did the original Fable stream, that was what brought me back to streaming. Before that, I think my last stream was Nier Automata, I believe. So, like, favorite search is, like, theoretically the last game I could be doing. Like, the last thing I could be doing as a functional series where I would still be interested in streaming any sort of gaming content at this point. I wouldn't mind doing reaction content. I know it's, like, really lazy and shitty and stuff, and I'd fully acknowledge that, but I also think that I am enough of a chatterbox that I would have something to at least creatively add to most viable content. So, also the main reason I changed to streaming over Let's Plays is because streaming just takes less effort and I don't have to edit anything. But, like, as far as, like, real content creation, the only thing I'm still sort of passionate about is the anime channel, which I'm getting more and more on board with as time goes on. But every time I have to stream, that takes away time I could be either, like, editing an anime video or watching an anime to make an anime video about. So, remember when Raito was probably this November, now Soulless Army is getting remade. It's happening. It'll happen. It's happening. We're doing it.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why did you decide to fight?
The Mandalorians had to be stopped.
I felt the same way. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
Why don't you stream yourself editing? Someone I follow who edits professionally does that a few times. Honestly, because it's just not... It's not interesting. Really? It's a lot of, like, me watching through stuff. And also, if I stream myself editing, that means y'all have to watch the that means at some point the unedited version has to go up. Which, woo, no. Because I have, upon occasion, like, I rarely make too many edits to the anime content. It's very off the cuff. But I have occasionally said things that I do not agree with, almost as I'm saying them. And I have had to cut them out because I'm like, well, that can't be allowed to air. All of that was bullshit. Also, it's not a very interesting process. It doesn't also take me that long to make an anime video, which is sort of part of the process of how I make them. So, like, the big time sink, as you might imagine, for the anime channel is actually watching the goddamn anime. Making the video can take, like, an hour tops, depending on it. The only exception is if, like, the video is really, really long. Unlike many of the Jedi, I cannot stand by and watch.
I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them. to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we...
But yeah, I do feel obligated to finish Favorite Search, and also I think the general concept of arriving at the ending where we do find out, like, what my favorite games list is, like, I think the idea of establishing the list is important, which is why I copied the series for the anime channel for Anime Favorite Search. So that's also part of why I feel like obligated. I also want to do the streams that I said I would, which is I did say if Golden ever became playable, I would do Golden. So I feel like I have to do Golden. You do that live too, hun. The amount of times you've gone on Spiel only to then backpedal and say all of that is wrong. No, I mean, that is exactly the point, though. But, like, the thing is, when I'm doing it live, you hear me backpedaling, which would be in the concept of me editing a video, like, when I'm editing a video, when I'm live and I'm backpedaling and I'm like, hold on, what I just said came out wrong and I don't really agree with it, that is the equivalent of me editing the video and being like, well, gotta cut all that bullshit out. That can't make it in the final cut. So it is the same principle. It's like the reason you get me backpedaling live is because I can't edit it out live. I felt it too. The rush of life as the Mandalorians were cut down. We're going to do the original.
It's always on my mind.
Because that was what the request was.
That loss of control blinded me. Turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest.
I guess you can. I mean, I guess it's your request. You can pivot it to the remake, I suppose, if you want.
You know, I'm glad I found you again, General.
What are you talking about?
We were together at Malachor. I don't know if anyone else could understand.
So why are you here?
Getting philosophical on me? I'm here because you found me on Telos and I decided to come along for the ride. Not that I had much choice after we got going.
I mean, why are you still here?
Tired of me already? I was frustrated. Watching the Ithorians getting pushed around by Zerka.
This conversation is not supposed to be happening in this building, and it's only happening because I cheated.
Why not the galaxy?
Sometimes there are things that can't be fixed.
You just have to know what the circuits look like.
If you see him, let me know.
I'll be sure to do that, General. Was there something you wanted me for?
Nope. Maybe I'll let you know after the remake has already come out and I played it. We've got... Honestly, I enjoy playing this game. So, it wouldn't shock me if we get through this game faster than we got through Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts was a real fucking damper. As long as I'm, like, interested in the game, I can stream it relatively consistently, as long as nothing comes up in, like, my personal life. The only real issue that we have to, like, cut out with, like, tonight is I really, really have to... Alright, I'll say it. The Tenchi Muyo project ended up taking up a lot of time and resources I wasn't expecting it to. Because I was unaware of how long Tenchi Muyo was. Like, I severely underestimated the depth of the Tenchi Muyo project. So I am, like, struggling to get videos out on time. And so, coming around in May, is it? I've gotta put out another favorite search entry. So I've got to get that shit watched, is honestly part of it. And, you know, as I mentioned, I kind of care more about the anime channel than anything else. It's also worth noting that the anime channel has, like, successfully uploaded a video on schedule, except for that one time that YouTube sort of fucked up. For, like, 2 years straight, going on 3 years. So... Serviceable, not good enough for you?
The hangar bay doors are closed. I don't fancy flying the shuttle through solid metal, so I'd say we need to find a way to get them open. We'll also need to find.
So I really like
codes for the
keeping that
shuttle, or
schedule.
else we'll have some trouble getting off
Like
ground.
the
If we get
Monday,
all
Wednesday,
that,
Friday,
we can worry about
except
what
for that
shape
one
the
time
suit is
YouTube
in.
fucked up.
I'll get it running.
Schedule has been like consistent for literal years, like literal years. So part of me sort of like takes pride in how consistent that upload schedule is. It also does really well as far as like the YouTube algorithm is concerned. So like technically there's no like set day to get favorite search done, but I like trying to do it on like the second or like third. I like having it set on the third Wednesday of every like even month. Maybe I'll let you know after the remakes has already come out and played it. Okay, I mean if you want to pivot, it's your request. Unlock hangar doors. Okay, 1,231 completed anime. Ever heard of The Princess and the Pilot? Is it good? Have I? I don't know. Let's find out. The Princess and the Pilot? What is this? Toru Hikushi no Tsukioku, The Princess and the Pilot. Madhouse, 2011. So actually, fun fact, I stopped watching anime in 2011. This is a movie. War between the Luven Empire and the Amatsukami Imperium has been raging for years. In the midst of the struggle, the prince of the Luven Empire declares his love for Juana de Moral. I said that wrong. And vows to end the war in 1 year as part of his marriage proposal. When the Amatsukami catch wind of this, they assault the Del Moral residence, targeting Juana's life. As a last-ditch effort to bring the prince his bride, the San Militia Air Force hires a mercenary of mixed blood, excuse me, a Bastido to fly Juana to the Luvum capital in secret. The pilot, Charles, accepts the mission, but traversing an ocean alone into enemy territory proves much more dangerous ordeal than anyone ever could have anticipated. So, I stopped watching anime in 2011, or there around 2011, and I didn't start watching anime again until like 2017. So this was during like I wasn't watching anime period. It was also, I think Eternal is only up to like 1997. So I have not actually heard of this. Let's see if I have any friends who've seen it. I have 2 friends who've seen it, which is Johander and State D Ruler 02, both of whom give it a 7. Although I will be very clear that I accept every friend request I get on Mal. So I don't know who these people are. Let's be aware of that. This one has a 35.2% affinity with me, and this one has a 13.4% affinity. The only reason I can even imagine that these people friended me is because it appears as if both of them watch Monogatari, and I am almost confident that like 90% of the people who friend me on Mal friend me because of my interest stack, which is a little bit outdated now, where I made a Monogatari step-by-step chronological order guide, which is got 86 restacks, which explains, again, outdated because Monster and Off-Season have come out, and I haven't updated it since then, explains how to watch the entire series in chronological order. In, like, excruciating detail. So, I end up getting a lot of Mal friends because of this list right here. But no, I've not heard of it. It threads the needle on things I could have viably heard of.
Yeah?
I'm a friendless loser, I'm out because I don't use it for anything but keeping track of stuff I've seen. I got friend requests, even when I wasn't doing... I've never posted on Mal, actually, fun fact. So part of me is like, how do these people find me? But I actually link my anime channel, and I think that's like, I feel like some of them come in from the interest stacks, and then some of them come in. I am going to turn off vent gas at the very least. And then I feel like a bunch of people come in from my anime channel, because I like link my anime channel directly to my Mal and vice versa. But yeah, I care a lot more about my anime channel than like actually streaming. I like the social aspect of streaming, like I like interacting with chat, but I have this, I don't know if this is normal, but I have the ability to focus on 2 different things at the same time and gain different amounts of entertainment from those things at once. So when I'm streaming, there's the act of streaming that I get entertainment from, separately from the act of interacting with chat. And like, chat's usually a lot better, but if the game isn't on par, then that means like half my brain is bored. If that makes any sense. Like, if I'm watching a show, for example, I can watch a show and play a game and then be independently bored with one thing while absolutely enthralled with the other. At last, someone, are you part of the rescue team? No, I'm not. I'm part of the first Zerka salvage team. I hid here when the turrets and the droids went online. I haven't been able to reach anyone. You're gonna get us out of here, yes? Why would I waste my time? I've got some Divan salvage, you could have that. Honestly, I want to shoot this guy directly in the head. Yes, but I could just take that now. Please, just help me out. Why don't I just help myself to whatever you got? You're insane! Get away from me! Yes! Did we go goth mommy? Yes!
We have seen much during the war. Is it your wish to continue causing such suffering?
Then why didn't you stop the attack?
As always, General, when you lead, I shall follow. But it is only because we have been through so much together.
Oh man, we lost influence with Bowder. That's okay, I'll just cheat it back.
Yeah?
But yeah, like, as far as, like, Season 2 goes, which is, like, so long away, I feel I have to do Golden, and out of pure hilarity, I need to do Fable 2. Also, I kind of just want to play Fable 2 again, because Fable 2 is actually a pretty solid game. But, like, the idea is to go back and do whatever franchises we started, but only played a few entries from. Which is, like, a surprisingly large amount of games. So I don't know how entrenched I want to get to Fable 2, but I promised I would do Golden literal years ago. So I need to do Golden. Because when I was streaming Persona 4, way back when, I said, if Golden ever becomes playable, I will do Golden. And then it came on Steam, so yeah, so I have to do Golden at some point. It's not on the queue, but at some point Golden has to happen. So I'll probably do like Fable 2 and then Golden or some shit, I don't know. And then if I'm doing Golden, I feel like I have to do like P3P. At the very least. And then Reload came out. No one saw that coming. So, like, do I have to do Reload also? Do I have to do, like, every important version of Persona 3? I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Because I have Reload. And I think I have all the DLC for Reload, don't I? Pretty sure I do. Yes, I do. I have all the DLC for Reload. So, the datapad contains the ignition code for the orbital shuttle and the underground hangar.
What's going on?
But yeah, if I could like, I know it's kind of like dumb and lazy and cheap and shit, but like honestly, if I could just like, if we could like chill out and like watch something, and then I could react to that, I think, oh shit, like I'd be on board with that. Program the droid to follow you and leave it alone. Like I wouldn't mind like, I don't know, like having like a YouTube night or something. But the biggest issue I would have with a YouTube night is like you've got to get like audience engagement and shit. So like I would like want video recommendations. And the problem that I have repetitively ran into is whenever I request audience interaction, I get none. I believe Anniversary Edition added an extra chapter to the end of the game. Because I think that's where they add the, like, Jack of Blades saga at the end, where you get to become the Jack of Blades. And I don't believe that's in the original. I think it ends with Teresa in the original version.
Yeah?
Start the reactor! You don't want to just watch all the shit I've been watching? Well, I also, like, I would have to figure out, I think it would involve probably, I'd either have to figure out how to do it, or I'd need to do, like, a lot of unarchived stuff. But, like, if I can get recommendations, Reactor's currently online, then it's, like, a doable thing. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, I don't know, like, once a month or something, maybe. One thing I wish I could do, and I probably couldn't get away with it, but one thing I wish I could do is a seasons 1 through 13 Red vs. Blue reaction. Because I'd love to rewatch that show with, like, an actual, like, audience. Because I used to be really against reaction content, and to a point I still kind of am. I think the important thing is the reactor needs to add something to the product. Like, it has to be... Because some people just sit there and, like, eat popcorn or some shit, and if the person's not, like, having an interaction or commenting, there's, like, no real benefit to it. Like, then you're just watching the show when you might as well watch the show. And I also have seen, like, reaction content where the person is faking the reaction. And they do that because, like, the pop-off is part of the fun of reaction content is when you see someone, like, freak the fuck out. So they create these, like, fake reactions where, like, oh my god. The thing is, at this point, like... I have made content for probably at this point 15 years. I think if I start freaking the fuck out of nowhere, you could tell. You know. Like, you'd be like, alright, that ain't... that's fake as shit. Blast cylinder is damaged. You can't unlock it. You may be able to blast it open with an explosive charge. So I think it would be like a very commentary-focused sort of thing. But I would love to do a sort of like Red versus Blue watch-along if I thought I could get away with it, which I might be able to. I'm not saying I can't, but I don't know. I know that I think it was like Linus or something created like an ethical content reaction idea, which is like you have to make sure that you actually comment on the video, and I believe one of the other things was like don't react to a video that is less than 3 days old, because most of the ad revenue comes in the first 3 days, so you're like actively stealing attention away if you're reacting in that time period. And I think that's a very good and simple rule to implement were we to go in that direction. But I wouldn't mind like if people had submissions, like I could like create a submission channel of things like, hey, react to this stuff. That is an intimidating enemy we are fighting. Where people could be like, here, react to this stuff or something, but then the issue is like, I'm worried we would like run out of videos at some point, you know what I'm saying? Because that requires like constant participation, and I just don't get that sort of interaction very often, so. Whereas if we have, like, a thing we could start with, like a red versus blue or something. Although, I don't know if you can still find red versus blue on YouTube. And also, I'm not quite sure how to, like, fully cut it. Also, I'd have to use my webcam for sure. Because you can't just do a vocal reaction, you need, like a physical one. But, honestly, what sort of, like, reinforces the idea is that, like, a drunk podcast thing where I react to, like, game trailers. So I think that could totally work, is what I'm saying. I don't know. I've been rambling about this for a while now. I should probably stop. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Game save 2. Edit save. Here we go. NPCs. Bowder. We're gonna change Bowder's influence to 100. We're gonna apply. We're gonna commit change. And then we're going to load from edit save. And now Bowder's influence should be back to 100. Oh, we could also react to that Bricky Warhammer video. Just because everyone reacts to that Bricky Warhammer video. Although I think I've probably seen it. Here we go, Rooster Teeth animation. Yeah, it looks like season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. That's all you need. You only need the first 13 seasons. Nothing else is really that worth watching. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, we could do that. I don't know, just putting it out there. The orbital shuttle doesn't have a hyperdrive, but it can get you out of the restoration zone. Take the shuttle to the shielded mesa in Talos' polar region. We might have to cheat our dark side, light side points. If we want to recruit the Achani Handmaiden.
Statement. We have arrived too late. The target has evaded us. We must pursue it. Observation. They have likely escaped aboard the orbital shuttle that has been docked here. The bay control computer likely will have a record of their departure. Query. Have Have you discovered anything about the shuttle's course? Answer. I have managed to track the shuttle's movement across the shield network. However, the shield network does not stretch over the polar region, which was the shuttle's apparent destination. Statement. Dispatch a unit to the polar region with the last known coordinates and approximate path of the shuttle. They will not escape us again.
So, the character we're about to meet is one of the most interesting characters in the entire game. And I, like, really appreciate what they do with her. Oh, the one bad part about if I ever do React content for, like, YouTube, would be that I would have to watch videos at, like, normal speeds. Because I watch most of my YouTube videos at least 2.5 times normal speed. So I would have to watch at, like, 1, which would be so slow to me.
Irritated declaration. There you are. It has been extremely difficult to track you down, Jedi. Quick clarification. But now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communications. Unnecessary.
Not sure if anyone remembers the Walking Dead videos where I rewatched my old playthrough at like 6 times speed and only I knew what was happening. Any reason why you shot down my vessel?
Unnecessary clarification. We merely wish to cripple your vessel. Once we tracked your coordinates, we were able to deploy several droids in this location. Probing query. We are, however, curious as to why you chose to come to the remnants of the polar Telos irrigation system. There is nothing here that our instruments can detect. Eager threat. But we are looking forward to extracting your motives for coming here when we place you in torture restraints.
How many of you are there?
Chiding statement. Oh, Jedi. There are as many of us as are needed to capture or kill our targets. Egotistical boast. And there are far more of us than any one Jedi. Destroy one of us, and more shall rise from the wreckage. Unnecessary threat. And our attack protocols are more than a match for you and your allies.
If you want to fight, then come on. Hey! Oh, hey! He's in the party. What you doing in the party, buddy? Oh god, he looks so bad with the dark side. Let's go demolition. Okay, so heavy armor's good. 2-weapon fighting is good. He's got a blaster proficiency. What is this? Sneak attack? Yeah. Stealth run would be really useful. Close combat's also good, though. Ooh. Let's go 2-weapon fighting for now. Because removing the penalty to 2-weapon fighting is almost always the best choice. And then, can we do any better? He's got... the higher the max defense bonus we get, the better. I think. What's his current... his current dex is +4, so anything we can do with a +4 dex is beneficial to us. So that's 5-5. 8-3. I think that puts him up, though, doesn't it? Because he's at 5-4, so that's 9. So that is higher, actually. That's 4-4, so that's +8. So I think... What's his current AC? His current AC is 23, so I think if we put the vibrant fiber mesh on him, it becomes 27. Yeah, that's high as shit. That's so high. And then this is a +2 to all saves. That's pretty good. Then +10 to electrical versus energy. I think I'm okay with that. And then for... He's been using blaster pistols, but I think we can upgrade this. Because his blaster pistol's a 1-8. We can go Benox Blaster, which is a D8 and a D4, so that's already better. Mining lasers suck. And mining lasers are just D8s. 23 meter range versus 23 meter range. Crits on a 20. Crits on a 20. So the Benox Blaster is just better. Then we have Mandalorian Blaster, which does whatever the fuck a 2d9 is. I'm assuming it's, what, 2d4 plus 1 or some shit? That's not great. Heavy Blaster is a d10. Modified Hold Blaster is a d4 with stun. That's not great. d4, d6, whatever 3 out of 8 is, but crits on an 18. That's not very good, actually. That's not very good. Blaster Carbine, these are rifles. Advanced Mining Laser, these are all rifles. So I would say that Benox Blaster is the best one. And then for an offhand, Heavy Blaster, which is a D10. Yeah, probably Heavy Blaster, which is a D10. And then that's probably the best we're going to get. Bothan Precision Gloves. Oh, did I take that off of him? I should give that to him, because then that gives him a dex bonus. Yeah. And then what do I have? My biotech implant? Oh, no, the biotech implant's good. Keep that. And then I also have the Bevikar Strength System. I would rather give her the Lorraine implant, because she uses dex for her attacks. And then I'll give her the Gel Shea Perception Gloves, which is also a +1, which pushes her dex to 20. Yes. And she has a Stealth Field Generator, which she can keep. Is that better or worse than the Iridu Stealth Field? Yeah, let's go to the Iridu Stealth Unit. Although, what am I using for mine? Oh, no, wait. I don't need a good Stealth Field Generator because I am invisible no matter what. So this is good. This is a good arrangement for the party.
I hear you. More where that came from.
Systems failing, Master.
HK Control Cluster. Oh, there we go. There's my boy. Hey, Bowder. Bowder looks as if you knocked unconscious by the explosion. If you can find refuge, then he should recover in time. I think we can just go back into the ship. Realistically. If this is the door, that's hilarious. Because the droids are like, we don't know why you'd be here. And then the door is like right here. The door is right there. That's fucking hilarious. I'm actually, I think, going to go to the bathroom. Because I've kind of got to pee. So I'm going to be right back. Don't go anywhere, I guess. Alright, we're back. I feel like we should, like, drag him inside the building.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
I'll play along for now.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell? I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the Academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deep, deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dejaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distraction.
I love how their legs clip through the fucking cage. They really could just scale them up bigger. I really like Atris.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you are admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
I am I am admitting to the destruction of Paragus mining facility. Of course I destroyed Paragus.
So, at last you admit it. At least you have that much courage left. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Yeah, I destroyed 2 worlds with 1 explosion.
No, your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
Why is Telos so important?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds devastated by the Sith will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will, but when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So I get blamed for the actions of the Sith?
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
They didn't realize I'd left the Jedi behind.
If you were the best target they could find, the teachings of the dark side blind the Sith indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
They're stronger than you think. At least one Sith Lord stands with them, and they fight differently than the Sith from the Jedi Civil War.
Whatever force they can bring to bear, it will matter not. If they face a true Jedi, they shall fall.
Your grasp of tactics is questionable.
We shall see. For now, the perspective on your situation has changed. I have your ship. I will return it to you. You must leave here before you place us in jeopardy.
Where can I find my companions?
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
Then I'll be going now.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove her, mistress. Come with us.
Get in the eyebrow!
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
Hey! It's a good time to save.
Why have you approached me?
I'm searching for my friends.
You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages.
So, they're prisoners?
They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
Who, Atten?
He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you were in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well.
Where would he have gotten that training?
I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
The Ebon Hawk, where is it?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
I had some other questions for you.
You may ask.
What do you do here?
We serve the Jedi, and we watch.
Are you training to become Jedi?
I assume you meant no insult. It is forbidden for us to become Jedi, even if we possessed the awareness of the galaxy that the Jedi possess. We are here because we are not Jedi. That is our purpose.
Why would it be an insult?
We have taken an oath to never follow the teachings of the Jedi, only to watch those of the Order and carry out Atris's will should it be necessary. Atris believes the new Jedi Order that shall arise here will need to be guarded and watched by those not touched by the Force. She thinks it will give balance.
And who watches you?
Atris is the one we serve, and she guides our actions.
But Atris is a Jedi, and you're supposed to watch Jedi.
Atris is trusted. She has watched Jedi rise and fall and knows the ways of both paths to see the signs when they begin. She is a worthy one to judge the Jedi, when the Jedi refuse to judge their own.
Sounds like a pyramid of Pazak cards to me.
I do not understand the reference. Pazak cards would not be good building material for a pyramid.
And that's what you have when one of the judged is in charge of the judges.
I do not expect a criminal to understand. You have existed outside the circle of the Jedi for too long.
And so has Atris. I mean, there aren't any Jedi here now, are there?
Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true. But the Mistress will bring others in time.
Okay. More questions.
You may ask.
I don't really want to say any of that. I want to know about this place.
This was once a mighty irrigation center for Telos. It survived the orbital bombardment of the Sith, though the inhabitants did not. Ancient irrigation channels still lie beneath the surface of Telos, waiting to be used again for the reconstruction efforts, controlled from this facility.
But why is Atris here?
Shortly before the destruction of Dantooine by the forces of the traitor Jedi Malik, Atris had many Jedi artifacts and knowledge transported here secretly.
Why here?
Even the Sith prefer live prey to scavenging a corpse. She thought that a world already savaged by the Sith would not prove a target a second time. It was a place where the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi could be kept safely if the Sith could not be turned aside.
How did Atris know Dantooine would be destroyed?
The Jedi Council sensed it. Master Vrook, Master Vandar. But it was too late to do much except make arrangements for evacuation. It was a dark day for the Order. Many on Dantooine did not survive, Jedi or not. Atris would not speak for many days after the attack, and we feared our mistress was lost to us. In time, she regained her voice and her strength. She brought the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi here and has kept them safe.
Artifacts?
Yes, many relics from Dantooine, some which predate even the destruction of Ossus. She was not able to save all, but she saved enough. She was able to bring them here before the Academy's destruction. It was a fortunate thing. She was not able to save everything.
Yeah, actually remind me what Ossus is.
Ossus was once the home of much of the Jedi teaching and knowledge. It was destroyed over 40 years ago by the Sith, during the time of Exar Kun. Fortunately, a few relics and artifacts were saved before Ossus was destroyed, but many were not.
I'd like to see some of this Jedi knowledge.
Viewing the relics is not allowed without Atrus's permission.
Atrus allowed me to walk freely here. Surely that implies trust.
There is truth in what you say. Yet many such artifacts are sealed away in Atrus's chambers. But if you wish to see a few of them, speak to the last of the handmaidens. She has seen some of these objects and has an interest in such things.
Last of the handmaidens?
Yes, she should be in the training chamber to the north and west of here. She constantly seeks to improve herself so that she may no longer be ranked last among us.
Why is she ranked last?
Because she is easily distracted by matters that do not concern her or her duty. Such distractions weaken her, and she knows this.
Distractions such as?
I will not speak of them. Ask her yourself, if it matters to you.
I had other questions.
You may...
I had questions about Atrus.
The mistress? What of her?
What can you tell me about her?
She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
And how does she plan to do that?
We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atrus has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atrus has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, Exile.
I did not fall. She knows nothing.
She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing.
I had other questions for you. Why do you all look the same?
We share the same father, and we all bear the face of our mother. It is not unusual for the Achani of the same parents to be born so as to be indistinguishable to outsiders.
But the one handmaiden who challenged us when we arrived, she looked different.
As I have said, it is not unusual for the Achani of the same parents to be born so as to be indistinguishable to outsiders.
So she had a different set of parents?
If you seek to raise anger in me, you will fail, Exile. I tolerate your presence only upon orders of the mistress. She did not order me to endure your questions.
My apologies, I meant no offense.
One cannot take back an action, and often apologizing for it only compounds the insult. Simply drop the matter and be silent.
Well, never mind, I'll be going now.
Why have you...
Okay, I'm assuming they're all going to say relatively the same thing. Turbo lift seal. Hey! Your behavior core. They didn't memory wipe you, did they? It wasn't your fault they took the ship, T3. She downloaded what from you? Which console did it get downloaded to? Let's get back to the ship, then we can talk more. Dee-dee. Alright, join us on the Ebon Hawk when you're ready to leave. No! Oh my god, I keep bouncing! I keep aggressively bouncing! I'm gonna have to, like, kick a puppy or something by the time we get to Onderon. I doubt the game will just let me get in the ship and leave, but that would be fucking hilarious. If the game just lets me get in the ship and leave. Later, fucker! You'll need your companions to fly the ship. Damn it! That would have been hilarious. You just leave them. Just like, oh, well, she left you. I don't think it'll let me get to the meeting chambers, I'm assuming. I imagine that's the locked door, right? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh. It let me get further than I thought it was gonna. The door is cold to the touch. There seems to be no conventional means of opening it. Do I have my weapons? They took one of my weapons. And I don't remember which one, so I'll have to figure it out. Oh.
Did you find what you came for?
That depends what I was supposed to find here.
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
The woman here is a Jedi, Atris, one of the Council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atreus plans to heal the galaxy, then rebuild the Jedi Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the ground. Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
Those who cannot feel the Force? Oh, no, I knew the Handmaidens weren't students, but I didn't realize they were unable to feel the Force.
Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
Well, let's talk about it on the way out of here.
Very well. Let us depart.
Reaching the end of stream time, but I want to get out of this area first. What happened to Atten?
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Yeah, you can sleep on the ship. Let's go.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Jedi Academy concealed on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Meet me at the ship and prepare it for launch. We'll be leaving as soon as we can.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
The two party members left are Atten and Kreia. Bowdor will meet you at the Ebon Hawk. Oh no! I'm more light side points! Oh no! I'm getting more mid again!
Let us keep moving. There is nothing more to be gained here.
I want to explore a little longer, then we can go.
Very well, but we should not remain here too long.
Ah, hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up.
Are you okay? You look a little disoriented.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done?
Yes, and they're done with us. They want us to leave. They want us out now.
Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
My charming personality. Until the galaxy runs out of people? Yes.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping.
You've done enough, Atten. You can go if you want.
No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point.
You surprised me. I thought you'd want to jump ship as soon as you could.
Ah, hey. Don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
Alright then. Let's go. Okay, the only other one we're missing is Handmaiden Quarters over here. Did I get that? Or is that... Okay, that's empty. Yes! Steal all their shit! Steal $34! So you can recruit the handmaiden, which I think I didn't do the first 3 times I played this game, because I think she's missable. I'm pretty sure it's the handmaiden I didn't end up recruiting most of the time. And then I got like a strategy guide at one point, and I'm like, you can recruit her? What? So we cannot leave before we do that. I also think you can like kill her right at the start, maybe? I don't know. I think you can like fight back. So I had to, like, chill my aggro a little bit.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
Are you the last of the handmaidens?
I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
The other said you were easily distracted from your training.
It dishonors me that they would say such a thing to an outsider. But I cannot deny the truth in what they say. My thoughts are not always focused on training. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge here, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Battle's not the truth, the Jedi teachings. I believe it to be the furthest... No, I'm not sure I want to say that. Yeah, battle's not the truth of the Jedi teachings. I believe it to be the furthest thing from it.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
I agree. It shows how far you're willing to go for your goals.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry, or strokes upon a canvas. She spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. She showed her heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe she was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
What do you think Revan was saying?
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed.
To claim to know anything of Revan's choices, or what lay in his heart when Malak fell, is conceit, servant of Atris. And whether Revan had any choice in the matter at all is something else you should consider. The Force is a powerful thing to wield, or deny.
But to say that seems an untruth based on what I know of the Jedi. The Force can drive others. But there is still choice, is there not?
Ah, but at what point does the power the Force exerts submerge any attempt at choice or free will? You have taken a complicated question, servant of Atris, and you have trivialized it with your answer and lack of experience.
If there is no choice in the Force, then our teachings and our actions are for nothing, and I refuse to believe that is true.
Let me ask you something else.
You may ask.
You said Atris warned you about me. What did she say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Oh?
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
What? Dark side?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with them because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
I did not march with Revan because it was my choice.
So it was a matter of choice then. If Atris has erred in her evaluation of your motivations, it might be best to inform her.
Did Atris say anything else?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes. It is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
So Atris does not know her own heart?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Well, I have no wish to fight Atris.
Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice.
I would like to ask you
You
something.
may ask.
I don't want to say I could kill you all easily, because that's a fucking wild sentence. I heard you know something of the relics Atris has stored here.
I know a little of them, yes. Much Jedi knowledge is stored here. Secrets of their teachings, combat styles, and discipline.
Where is it stored?
The Jedi relics are kept by Atris, within the walls of her meditation chamber. Entry is forbidden.
But surely they're not forbidden to Jedi such as myself.
Atris has made her orders on the matter clear, and she says you are no Jedi. Entry to her meditation chamber is forbidden. To even ask shows you doubt my loyalty to her.
Where did these relics come from?
Most come from Dantooine, brought here before the academy there was destroyed by Malak. Not all relics were able to be saved, for there was not time to rescue them all.
You said most came from Dantooine. What about the others?
I am not permitted to speak of such things, and it is not your concern.
Have you ever seen these relics?
I have seen a few of them. Yes, they were not always in Atris's meditation chamber.
Can you tell me about the ones you saw?
There were many relics. Among them, small cubes, warm to the touch, each containing their own light.
Jedi holocrons, yet warm to the touch, you said.
Yes, and with a light about them. When held, some would speak, ask strange questions.
Questions?
Yes, their questions were confusing. They seemed to think I was someone else, someone's student.
Ah, of course they did. A simple misunderstanding, no doubt.
I had thought perhaps I had damaged them in some way, but I could not think of what I had done.
Let me ask you something else.
You may...
You look different than the other women here?
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother but the same father?
I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
I apologize. I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
Never mind, I'll be going now.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
I only know what its loss feels like.
Then tell me of its absence.
It is something you struggle to recall, yet forever forgotten.
It is standing atop the summit of a great mountain, the winds tearing about you, then finding yourself buried alive, trapped, helpless, and alone. It is like having the energy of youth, then feeling the cloak of years fall upon you, and knowing you are weak, fragile, and a thing easily discarded. It is knowing what you want to say and never finding the words. It is a chorus replaced with silence, hearing teachings without meaning. It is like a beloved pupil to whom you have shared everything, sacrificed everything, and then having them turn from you and forget all you were.
I see. Thank you both. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
If you have any further questions in the future, seek me out and ask them. Oh my god! I light side shifted from that? Oh, alright. Part of me wants to, before we leave, go around and beat up every single woman in the building. So let's do that.
You have returned.
I'm looking for a fight.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
I could use a good sparring match.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings. Before we begin, are you familiar with Ichani traditions?
No, what are they?
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
I understand. Stay on the mat, no armor, no striking to kill.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
If you're ready, so am I.
Then let us begin. You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques.
I'm ready, let's go.
Then let us begin. You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
I want to challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request.
I like the idea she's getting slightly more annoyed.
Free of restriction on weapons and items, and you may use whatever technique, Jedi or otherwise, you wish to attempt to defeat me. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you.
I'm ready, let's go.
Then let us begin. You know much of melee combat. You surprise me.
I wish to challenge you again.
There is nothing more that can
She's like, no, what the fuck?
Such battle would only be for battle's sake.
If you can't beat me alone, feel free to pair up.
If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us. We shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, weapon,
Nah, give me the whole, give me the whole lineup.
We shall match it.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Then let us begin. You are a strong opponent. Atris was correct about you. You know much of war and battle. Perhaps too much.
I could take all of you without breaking a sweat.
One does not sweat in the polar regions of Telos, so all that will break will be your pride.
Well, let's put that to the test.
Then our last battle shall be the 5 of us against you. Use any item, any weapon, any technique you wish. You'll need them.
Why not all 6 of you?
There is no need for the last of us to join in this fight. The weakest among us will only serve to diminish our techniques. We fight as one when we are 5, not 6. And that number should be enough for this lesson.
Come on, then.
Very well. We shall begin.
You gotta prove to them that they stood no chance.
There shall be no more matches, no more challenges. There is much we have learned from you. If we meet on the field of battle, we shall be prepared.
Unfortunately, I have to re-equip all my shit, I think. What was I? Miktani robes? Okay. And then what was my gun? Disruptor rifle, right? Oh, yeah, that looks decked out.
There shall be no more There is much we...
Okay, she's like, no, we're done fighting. That was fucking wild. You beat the shit out of everyone.
Why have you...
Hey, do all these women look alike? Not like I'm complaining, I mean, it's... well, it's, interesting.
They are Ichani. It is not unusual for their children to share similar features from the same parents.
If you have a reason for approaching me, speak it.
Never mind, I'll be going now. Okay, I think we're done. The only one I would want to see is if we can talk to Handmaiden one more time and be like, hey, I beat the shit out of all of your sisters. It wasn't that hard.
You are the exile.
There's no way to back out. Alright, so we're going to hop onto the Ebon Hawk, and then we're probably going to... I assume the theme is going to take me somewhere automatically, and then we will go ahead and end the stream there. Boarding ramp to Devon Hawk. Once you board, you'll leave the Talos Polar Academy for good. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. So we didn't really get the opportunity to recruit the handmaiden. Maybe she, like, stows away or something. I forget.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
Hold on. KOTOR to recruit handmaiden? Oh, is she gender locked? Oh, she's gender locked. Oh, okay, she's gender locked. That's why we didn't get her. Okay, that's no big deal then. What's with T3? You did that while you were connected? You downloaded Atris archives?
What is the machine saying?
There's a holo record of the day I was exiled.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
You've called me here to answer for my crimes on Malcor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I realized that following Revan to war was in violation of the Jedi Code, and I broke it knowingly, defying the wishes of the Council.
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Hey, and it's silver. I like the idea that we were a lot chiller post-war, and then after-war we turned into a bit.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There is still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
So they knew what happened to me. They all do. Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. Master Vrook, Dantooine, Master Zazig KL Narshida, Master Kavar, Onderon, Master Vash, Korriban, Master Atris, Telos. And those are the Jedis that were on the council that exiled me.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Be that as it may, we need their help against the Sith. Wow, okay, that cutscene just kind of ended.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
It was taken from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
I don't want anything of the Jedi.
The lightsaber isn't always a weapon of the Jedi, General. You don't need me to tell you that. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
With all the Jedi archives, with the Jedi archives all destroyed, I don't know where to get the parts.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
That's fucking wild, and he has no reason to know that. Well, yeah, since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
Oh, another cutscene. God, I have to piss so bad.
Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care. Got a minute?
Oh my god!
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk. Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really? Her? You mean the General? Yeah, during the war, if that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though. Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh. I'm trying to work here, Atten. I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
I love that Bowder is just injured for no reason.
I'm being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine. Well, what's your guess then? I'm getting back to work.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
I want him to be a bro and be like, you got a shot, boy. Go get it.
You're laughing at me?
Damn it.
I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
All I'm saying is...
Oh my god, I've got to piss so bad.
Without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Utility droids tend to have a habit towards developing personality quirks.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
Don't wipe his memory, though.
You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
T3M4 is a permanent +2 to con. Yes! Okay, I have to save and turn it off now because I really have to go to the bathroom, actually. That was pretty good, though. We made a lot of progress, and I think we have to go back to Telos and finish the Bounty Hunter quest next time. And then from what I understand, in order to try and get the sort of ending that I'm looking for, we need to go to Onderon with a bunch of dark side points. So that should be our next destination. I'm still trying to put off constructing the lightsaber as long as possible. I'll probably construct a lightsaber before the end of the game, and then I'll cheat up like a bunch of lightsaber abilities. But I want to make sure that we have the silver crystal before we even consider doing that. So anyway, that's where we are so far. Hopefully everyone had a good time. I've been Sacrabalic, your Envoy of Hope, and I will see you next time, which should be sometime next week. I don't know. I'm still trying to do one a week. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, bye-bye.